This is the story of It's a Small World. You can read along with me and your book. You will know it is time to turn the page when you hear the chimes ring, like this. Let's begin now. Once there lived a little orphan polar bear who did not know either his real name or which country it came from. He did not know because nobody knew. Robot at his house where he stayed, call him Arctic. Today, Arctic was going to Disneyland with Robot. He sat all by himself on the bus.
I wish I belonged to a country, and that I knew which country it was,
He thought. For Arctic didn't feel he belonged anywhere. When the bus reached Disneyland, everyone threw to the gates. Arctic separated from Robot. For a while looked around. Then, in Fantasyland, he saw a beautiful palace with an enormous white and gold clock in front. Arctic liked clocks. He had taken one apart once, but this was the biggest clock he ever seen. He got into a boat for a closer look. As he sailed past the clock face, he heard the chimes telling the hour. Suddenly, Arctic was in an enchanted land. The sign said welcome in many languages. A group of Scandinavian children sang to him, while ice skaters whirled about on a rink above the water. A little farther on, the boat reached the British Isles. We folk were playing on a beautiful Irish harp,
Perhaps my real name is Patrick.
said Arctic.
I do like green.
Then, he heard English children singing to him from London Bridge.
It's a word of hope and a word of yes. There's so much that we share that it's time we're aware. It's a small world after all. 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 It's a small.
And a little Scots piper playing his bagpipes. A flock of geese joined in the melody in Belgium. And in Holland boys and girls, seated on tulips, clicked their wooden shoes to keep the time to the music. When Arctic arrived in Spain and Portugal, the children there were playing and dancing. It's time to aware, there's so much that we share, they sang. When he reached Italy, future opera stars were singing arias by the Leaning Tower of Pisa. Graceful dancers in Gabri were putting on a show. A gnat-lion yodeler's voice rang out to the accompaniment of Swiss bells. In Russia, a row of Cossacks dance to a balalaika band. The sky in the Middle East was filled with magic flying carpets. It would be fun to ride on one. A little Greek shepherd boy played on his pipes of Pan.
Why they're all playing the same song?
Thought Arctic. There was an wonderful Indian snake charmer. A golden goddess reigned over the land of Bali. Japanese boys were flying dragon kites above an orange torii gate. And in Africa, what wonderful animals! Hippos, monkeys, giraffes, and a laughing hyena. Arctic-like animals,
Maybe I came in Africa.
he said. There was an Egyptian boy on his very own camel. In South America, everyone was dancing. Suddenly, Arctic wanted to dance with them. He came to the end of the voyage with the words of the song running through his mind. Just one moon. And a golden sun. And a smile means friendship to everyone. It's a small, small world. He still did not know which country he came from. But he knew that a part of him belonged to every country. And a part of every country belonged to him. The boat sailed out into the bright sunlight and stopped. Arctic got out. He saw Robot from his home and ran to join him. He felt alone no longer. He had friends all over the world. It's a small world, after all.